Hi, I'm Maggie Lakowski of Maggie Moon Tarot, and it's good to be with you this week. And here are the tarot and astrology vibes. This is our last week. Our sun is in Virgo. So we want to make sure and receive and put into action the gifts she brings, serving others, organizing, being the best we can be. And we have lots going on in the heavens this week, starting Monday with our Virgo sun conjunct Mercury and squaring with Mars. Virgo can become impatient with Mercury as he's still in retrograde and not up to speed. And communications, um, we can have misunderstandings. And Mars might try to push us to say and do things that we normally wouldn't do. So if something doesn't sound right, ask for clarity or just wait. It's a good time to revisit things that we want clarity on. And our moon is in Aquarius at the beginning of the week. So she can help us just brush off some of that more sensitive energy. And then on Wednesday, our moon moves into dreamy and mystical Pisces. Our intuition is heightened and we can feel more sensitive. But with Pisces, that's where our muse lives. So ideas can come up to the surface even if they seem a bit out of this world. So do write them down as our Virgo sun can take a look at them and then maybe flesh them out for more details. And then on Friday, the full moon lunar eclipse at 24 degrees Pisces. Our eclipse intensifies our full moon. So what has been hidden or unknown comes to the surface and we can put our attention on them for completion. You may see or feel old patterns that come up to the surface, and now it's time to release them for our good. And full moon eclipses can mark a major turning point. Mars is in a square between the moon and the sun, so that creates some tension, especially around relationships and between groups. It can put the spotlight on areas that have not been working and also have us look at things more realistically. But full moons bring gifts, and this one in Pisces brings strength to our spiritual powers. So look for the subtleties and peace. And then on Saturday and Sunday, we have the Mars Uranus fire trine. So new ideas that came up earlier in the week, you may feel like giving them a test drive, especially since the moon is in Aries. You might feel a more independent streak. And with Venus in opposition, if you can't talk someone into going along with you, do your own thing and let them do theirs. And this week I'm reading. I wanted to add some magic since we have this full moon in Pisces and lunar eclipse. So I chose the Wizard's Tarot, and that's by Corinne Kenner and illustrated by John J. Blumen, published by Llewellyn. And this deck comes with this excellent companion book, and it's filled with magical powers and charms for the minors, practical magic, and spreads for each major arcana card. So we're welcomed into Mandrake Academy. We step into its chambers and magical studies and listen for the messages and wisdom for this week as we step through the doors. And at the beginning of the week, our initiate comes out. And in the card, our initiate is standing in the forest, in a sacred grove, near a bonfire, the flames of manifestation of her will and desire. The face in the moon is the face of the goddess shining down, that nurturing energy that will move with her through her different cycles on her path. She's preparing herself to study at Mandrake Academy. She is a seeker or fool, often seen as card 0. Sometimes she doesn't have a number. And is like in the hero's journey, she can appear anywhere along our path. And 0 is a very mystical number and represents eternity, or a reinvention point for us. She has the glyph of Uranus on her bag, which is this card's astrological association. The planet Uranus is the planet of reinvention, independence, and innovation. She asks us to look at where we presently are on our path and what new thing is calling to us. This is where our magical journey begins. Perhaps it's a new phase in our life, a new desire to create something new, as we were born into this life as creators. And when one thing is completed, we have a desire then to create something else. We must have the desire and will to take that next step. So go on a new adventure, say yes to life, and be willing to expand your life. And remember, not all those who wander are lost. And that's a poem from J.R.R. Tolkien from The Lord of the Rings. And then midweek, the Page of Cups comes out. And our mermaid is sitting on a rock surrounded by water and the crashing waves and the ships in the distance. And there's messages in the sky. And the ships they're symbols of movement, physically and with ideas. And like all mermaids, she may be taking a risk of being captured by the seamen, but she is like a lighthouse. She is standing there, sitting there receiving and giving messages. She's our messenger of water, communicates through dreams, intuitions, emotions. Her cups have the glyphs of the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces on them. And she uses all of her senses. She comes out at a time of the week that the Pisces moon rises. So for us, she is here to help us keep our heads above water. And when the going gets rough, she's our muse to bring out those creative ideas that make our hearts smile. This page has playful energy and can physically represent a child in our life or our inner child that wants to create. And then at the end of the week, the King of Cups, another water card. At the same time, our full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces. A lot of emotions and feelings are rolling around this week. And in the, excuse me, and in the card, this king represents Neptune. And he's the ruler of the underworld, our emotions and feelings. He commands respect, but also has compassion, which are his gifts to us. We live in uncertain times and must have faith and trust that the universe's net will be there for us. So be aligned to our own integrity, drawing people to us that represent our highest desires. And there's a motivational speaker, Jim Rohn, famously said that we are the average of the 5 people we spend the most time with. Or I might add, also the situations we place ourselves in. So why not put ourselves in a positive environment rather than in the drama? And like the king, with people we respect that are in integrity and have compassion. Another gift this king gives to us is to help us release emotional patterns that don't fit with what we want to create and to fill our cup with appreciation and gratitude for the abundance we do have and keep the flow of good coming in and enjoy it and share with others. And our wisdom and blessing card is the 7 of Cups, a magical number. A lot of cups coming out this week. Our blessing is your future is filled with many choices. Take a chance and drink from the cup that holds your hopes and dreams. And that, my friends, are the vibes for the week. Thank you for stopping by, and I invite you to click on the like and subscribe buttons if you've enjoyed this video and share with your friends. And I've included in the links in the About section of the video a link to the Wizard's Tarot published by Llewellyn. And I've, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat today. And I've included a link to my website, MaggieMoonTarot.com, if you'd like to contact me or schedule a session or subscribe to my blog, which includes my weekly videos here. So until we meet again next week, laugh often, love much, create your own happiness, believe in miracles and magic, be kind, support each other. Namaste.